The movie starts by showing Eternia, a magical planet at the center of the universe. Its breathtaking lands are home to powerful creatures and mythical beings. In the capital city, Eternos, stands the legendary Castle Grayskull, protected by the wise sorceress. Hidden inside is the Sword of Power, a magical weapon that can turn an ordinary man into a godlike warrior. An ancient legend says that when Eternia faces its darkest time, a true hero will wield the sword and save the planet. Meanwhile, we see Prince Adam beg his mother, Queen Marlena, to let him skip combat training because the other students are bigger and stronger. When she asks who told him that, Adam jokingly blames his pet tiger, Cringer. Ignoring his excuses, Marlena sends him to class anyway. The training is led by Duncan, captain of the Royal Guards, and Adam's friend Tila's father. During practice, Tila easily defeats Adam. Just then, King Randor arrives and is disappointed by Adam's poor skills. To teach him a lesson, he challenges Adam to a real sword fight. With only a few powerful moves, Randor easily defeats him. Then he reminds Adam that only the strong survive, and weakness has no place in their world. Afterward, Tila tries to comfort Adam, but they suddenly see Sorceress glowing at Castle Grayskull. Moments later, a huge enemy fleet attacks the city. Duncan orders the army to defend the city as enemy soldiers storm the palace. The heroic warriors join the battle. Ram Man attacks with his powerful headbutt. Mechanic extends his neck to bring down multiple enemies, and Fisto throws heavy punches with his metal hand. As city falls into chaos, Duncan escorts Tila and the royal family to safety, while bravely fighting off countless enemies on his own. While escaping, they encounter the deadly Trapjaw, so Duncan tells everyone to keep moving as he stays behind to fight. After a brutal battle, Duncan stabs Trapjaw, but Trapjaw transforms his mechanical arm into a cannon and shoots him. Before leaving, Trapjaw plants a bomb. Right then, Tila secretly returns and rushes to save her wounded father, and the two leap out of a window just seconds before the explosion. On the bridge to Castle Grayskull, Skeletor and his army surround the royal family. King Randor orders his family to escape while he stays behind to fight. He bravely cuts down many enemies, but is eventually overpowered and captured. After winning, Skeletor destroys Randor's statue with dark magic, takes the royal crown, and declares himself the new ruler. Inside Castle Grayskull, Sorceress tells Adam to hide the Sword of Power before Skeletor can steal it. Hearing this, Marlena says they should send Adam to Earth, where no one will think to look for him. As Sorceress opens a magical portal, Skeletor attacks the castle. Marlena is struck while protecting Adam, and Sorceress shields Adam with her magic before transforming into a bird. Adam escapes through the portal, but along the way, the sword is knocked from his hands before he crashes into a lake on Earth. 15 years later, during a date, he tells a woman that he's from the magical world of Eternia, but she thinks he's joking and walks away. At home, his roommate, Hussein, urges him to let go of the story and tell people his parents died in an accident instead. Next morning, Adam goes to his boring office job, where everyone acts fake and avoids conflict. Whenever he gets the chance, he secretly searches online for the missing Sword of Power. Eventually, his boss catches him, scolds him for wasting time, and warns that she'll fire him if he doesn't stop. But Adam ignores her because someone has just sent him a message claiming to have the sword. Now Adam follows the address and arrives at a comic book store, where he's stunned to find the Sword of Power stuck inside a display statue. After a hilarious struggle, he finally pulls it free. Excited, he raises the sword and speaks the magic words, but nothing happens. He then runs out of the store with the sword, ignoring the clerk's shouts that it isn't for sale. Overjoyed, he crashes into several things as he drives away. At home, he desperately tries again to unlock the sword's power, but the sword remains silent. Next day, Adam is arrested for stealing the sword. On the way to the police station, traffic suddenly erupts into chaos as Beastman attacks the city. The moment Beastman spots Adam, he leaps onto the police car and rips the door off. Adam quickly grabs the sword, smashes the car window, and escapes. After a thrilling chase across the highway, Beastman slams Adam into a truck, sending the sword flying out of his hands. Just as Beastman is about to kill Adam, a mysterious woman suddenly attacks him with her weapon and knocks him off the highway. When she calls Adam by name, he's stunned to see it's Tila, Before they can celebrate, Beastman attacks again and tackles Tila to the ground. She fights back by smashing the car door into him. Then Tila grabs the sword and hides with Adam while Beastman searches for them. She then reveals that the sword recently released a magical signal, leading both her and Beastman to Adam. As Beastman gets closer, Adam and Tila run for their lives. Tila leaps safely off the highway, but Adam lands awkwardly and nearly gets hit by a passing car. Soon, Beastman catches them, but a speeding truck crashes into him, giving them a chance to escape, and reach Tila's spaceship in a nearby park, where a crowd of people watches in shock. They rush inside and shut the door just before Beastman arrives. He tries to grab the ship, but Tila opens a portal. The sudden pull throws Beastman off, and the spaceship vanishes. On the way back, Adam asks Tila about Eternia and his parents. She tells him that everything changed after he left, and that no one knows what happened to his parents. When they arrive, Adam is devastated to find Eternos in ruins. Nearby, Triclops secretly watches them. Meanwhile, at Snake Mountain, Skeletor punishes Beastman by burning him with magic for failing to recover the sword. When Evil Lyn tells him the sword has returned to Eternia, Skeletor orders Beastman to retrieve it once again. Although Evil Lyn believes they've already won, Skeletor disagrees. Furious, he grabs her hand and burns it with magic, saying that he wants the Sword of Power so he can become a god. Meanwhile, Tila's ship arrives at a secret underground base. Unnoticed, Triclops follows them and reveals the base's location to the enemy. Tila introduces Adam to the heroic warriors, but they refuse to believe he's their long-lost prince. Instead, they take the Sword of Power from him and lock both of them in a prison cell, where Adam meets a drunk man and Roboto, a Class 4 robot with the strength of 20 soldiers. Just then, enemy ships attack the underground base. Hearing screams, Tila desperately tries to open the cell door, but fails. So Adam asks Roboto for help, and Roboto easily walks through the door, smashing it down. Before leaving, Tila wakes the drunk man, who turns out to be Duncan. He refuses to walk, so Roboto carries him. As they run through the base, explosions erupt everywhere while Skeletor arrives to lead the attack. During the battle, Ram Man gives Adam the Sword of Power before charging back into the fight. The group rushes toward a spaceship, but Trapjaw and his troops block their path. Duncan is too afraid to face Trapjaw again, so Adam steps forward instead. He tries to settle things peacefully, but Trapjaw attacks without hesitation. Adam dodges several blows before being thrown off the bridge. From distance, Tila tells him to use the Sword of Power. As soon as Adam grabs it, he sees the sorceress, who reminds him to speak the magic words. Now Adam shouts, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!" A blast of magic transforms him into the mighty champion of Grayskull, but Trapjaw quickly attacks again, knocking the sword away. But Adam is now far stronger. He easily blocks Trapjaw's attacks and stands his ground without being pushed back, so Trapjaw switches to his cannon. But Adam's magical bracelets block every blast. Then he grabs Trapjaw's mechanical arm, rips it off, and uses it to blast the enemy soldiers and defeat them. After the battle, Tila retrieves the sword, and they escape in Tila's spaceship, while an enraged Skeletor orders his forces to chase them. Enemy ships soon catch up and bombard the ship with lasers. When an enemy ship attacks the cockpit with a spinning saw, Tila tells Adam, "Go and shoot some bad guys using the flying air bike," which is behind the ship. He gets on the bike and uses it to lure the enemy away, while Tila destroys the attacking ships one by one, but her own ship gets badly damaged and begins crashing to the ground. At the same time, enemy fire hits Adam's air bike, sending it out of control. With no other choice, he hurls the bike at the enemy, destroying their ships. As he falls, Adam lands on an enemy ship. He grabs the enemy through the ship's windshield, throws the pilot out, and takes control of the ship. Meanwhile, Duncan aims his laser gun at an enemy, but Adam suddenly flies between them. Duncan tries to warn him, but Adam can't hear him. The enemy attacks from behind, forcing Adam to jump onto Tila's ship. Another enemy charges with a spinning saw, but Adam catches the spinning blade with his bare hands and hurls the entire ship into another one, destroying both. Despite this, Tila's damaged ship continues crashing toward the forest. Adam leaps onto a tree, while Tila's ship crashes elsewhere in the woods. At base, Skeletor captures the survivors and threatens to kill them unless they talk. When no one speaks, he kills an Eternian with magic beam. As he's about to kill one more, Fisto reveals that Prince Adam is the champion of Grayskull. After hearing the truth, Skeletor orders his soldiers to lock up every survivor. Meanwhile, Tila leaves Duncan to guard the crashed ship while she searches for Adam. While waiting, Duncan finds a box labeled Dad. He opens it and finds his old armor inside. At the same time, Adam wakes up and hears the sorcerers telling him it's his destiny to restore peace to Eternia. A bird lands on the sword, but it flies away the moment Adam reaches for it. Just then, Tila finds Adam and brings him back to the crashed ship. There, they see Duncan wearing his old armor, looking like the fearless warrior he once was. Later, Adam helps Tila by lifting the ship with one hand. As they talk about the years they lost, Adam leans in for a kiss, but Tila gently stops him, saying she only sees him as a good friend. That night, a giant magical image of Skeletor appears in the sky. He reveals that Adam's parents are still alive and promises to free them if Adam surrenders the sword. If he refuses, they'll be killed. Tila calls it a trap, but Adam can't ignore the chance to save his parents. He decides to face Skeletor anyway. As they continue their journey, the mysterious bird quietly follows them. At the fortress, Goatman demands the Sword of Power, but Adam says he'll hand it over only to Skeletor. So Evil Lyn tells Goatman to take Adam to Skeletor, while she deals with his friends. When Adam finally reaches Skeletor, he quietly prepares to attack from behind. But Skeletor suddenly steps aside, revealing King Randor standing in front of him. Now Skeletor demands the sword again, but Adam refuses. In response, Skeletor unleashes his strongest warriors. Adam fearlessly takes them on, defeating his enemies one by one. Watching it all, Randor finally feels proud of his son's courage. In the final clash, Goatman attacks with a massive axe and traps Adam on a bridge over lava. But Adam lifts Goatman with one hand and hurls him into the lava with a powerful punch. After defeating Skeletor's warriors, Adam prepares to fight Skeletor, but Evil Lyn freezes him with magic. When Skeletor threatens to kill King Randor, Adam breaks free and unleashes a powerful energy blast. Skeletor dodges it, and the blast collapses the cave, trapping Randor under the rubble. Adam rescues his father, who apologizes for being too harsh, and says he's proud of him before dying in Adam's arms. Heartbroken, Adam is struck by Skeletor's magical staff and knocked unconscious. He later wakes up in his human form, imprisoned with the people of Eternia, where he reunites with Marlena and sadly tells her that King Randor is dead. Meanwhile, Skeletor grabs the Sword of Power and says the magic words, expecting unlimited power. But nothing happens. Furious, he grabs Evil Lyn by the throat. She explains the sword will only work after it's placed on its altar in Castle Grayskull. Without wasting a second, Skeletor leads his army to the castle. Back in prison, Adam and Duncan admit they feel like failures. Then Adam remembers Duncan's lesson, never give up. Just then, Tila reunites Adam with his old tiger, Cringer, who can now talk. Inspired, Adam encourages everyone to fight together. They push the prison gate while Roboto blasts the rocks above it, causing the entrance to collapse. Finally free, they run into a squad of enemy soldiers. But the heroic warriors use their unique powers to defeat them with ease. After that, the heroic warriors steal enemy ships and fly to Eternos to reclaim their city. A massive battle erupts as they use their unique powers to fight endless waves of Skeletor's soldiers. Meanwhile, Adam, Tila, Duncan and Cringer head for Castle Grayskull. Duncan stays behind to defend the bridge, while Adam and Tila continue forward. Inside Castle, Skeletor places the sword on the altar. Suddenly, Adam, Tila and Cringer burst inside. Cringer takes down the guards, giving Adam the perfect chance to jump onto the altar and reclaim the sword. While Tila fights Evil Lyn, she freezes Tila with a magic spell, but Tila breaks free and keeps fighting. Beastman attacks Cringer with his whip, but Cringer bites it and rips it from his hands. On the bridge, Roboto and Duncan fire non-stop at the enemy. As more soldiers charge in, they blast the head off a giant statue. The massive head crashes onto the bridge, causing it to collapse. Just then, Trapjaw attacks from a flying ship and blows Roboto apart. Furious, Duncan leaps onto the ship, battles Trapjaw, and shoves a grenade into his mouth before jumping away. The aircraft crashes and explodes. Duncan then rushes back to Roboto and is relieved to find that his head is still functioning. Inside Castle Grayskull, Adam can't transform because he's busy fighting off Skeletor's non-stop magic. The Sword of Power absorbs so much magic that it finally shatters. Skeletor laughs, grabs Adam's head, and traps him in terrifying visions. Adam sees himself at the gym, on his failed date, and at work, where Skeletor keeps calling him weak and claims Eternia is just a fantasy. Back in reality, Skeletor stabs Adam with the broken sword, sending him into one last vision of his bedroom. There, Adam looks at his old drawings of the sorceress until the pages suddenly float into the air. The mysterious bird then reveals herself as the sorceress. She tells Adam the sword was never the real source of his power. "I have the power" means the magic has always lived inside him. Now Adam wakes up and pulls the broken sword from his chest. Its power instantly heals him and restores the Sword of Power. He says the magic words and becomes the champion of Grayskull again. After that, Adam gives Skeletor one last chance to end the cycle of hate and violence. But Skeletor refuses and attacks. As Skeletor mocks him, Adam calmly says he finally knows how to use his power. Adam easily overpowers Skeletor and smashes him into a stone pillar. He throws him around with ease. Seeing Skeletor lose, Evil Lyn abandons him and runs away. In a last move, Skeletor fires more magic, but Adam blocks every blast with his magical bracelets. Realizing he can't win, Skeletor offers peace, but Adam doesn't trust him. Instead, he grabs Skeletor's magical staff and overloads it until it explodes. The huge blast destroys Skeletor, leaving only his skull behind. After the fight, Adam reunites with his friends, and they leave the castle as victors. 6 months later, Eternos is fully rebuilt, and Queen Marlena rules the kingdom once again. Roboto gets a new body, and everyone enjoys the peace. When a nearby village sends a distress signal, Adam transforms into He-Man and rides the armored Cringer to save the people. As Marlena looks over her restored kingdom, she tells Duncan she still hopes her other child will return someday. Meanwhile, a mysterious princess appears carrying a sword like the Sword of Power, while Evil Lyn secretly picks up Skeletor's skull, hinting that his story isn't over yet.